Hi everyone, welcome to DVS Math channel. Today starting new lesson, triangles. So on triangles, as you all know, triangle is a basic closed figure. What we consider as a closed figure, triangle is a first, or you can consider as a basic closed figure which is having three sides. So here what we can say is triangle, a geometrical figure. It is a geometrical figure having three sides and three angles. Having three sides here, triangle, a geometrical figure having three sides and three angles. These two words are very important, that it has three sides and three angles. So here if you consider triangle which is having three vertices, that is a vertex, BC, or together we call it as it is having three vertices, and here you can consider AB. AB is one side, BC is another side, AC is another side. That means it is having three sides and three angles, angle A, angle B, and angle C. So that means a triangle, it is having three sides and three angles. And in your lower classes, you had learnt about the types of triangles. That is, if all the sides are equal, we are going to call it as equilateral triangle. And if two sides are equal, then we are calling it as isosceles triangle. Or all sides are of different measurement, we are going to call it as scalene triangle. And the last, if 90 degree, then we are calling it as right triangle or right angled triangle. So you know the types of triangle and what is a triangle. Now here in class 10th, you are going to learn about first congruent figures and the similar figures and what is the difference between them. And now we are going to study a similar triangles in detail. So before going to that, let me understand one by one. So first, if we come across the congruent figures, as you all know, congruent figures are the figures having same shape and same size. Same shape and same size. So if they're having same shape and size, as you all know, if you overlap two figures, if you overlap means, or if you keep one figure on the another, they has to overlap each other, means their size is same and the shape is same. So if you observe this, these two triangles are same now. If they overlap each other, it seems like a one figure, right? So these type of figures we are calling it as congruent figures, means the two figures having same shape and size, then they are called as congruent figures. So if you come across triangles, here also we are going to consider a congruent triangles. As in 9th standard, you have learned so many congruences like SSS congruence. That means if three sides are equal, then we are considering it as congruent. Or ASA congruence, that means two angles and one side, then it is called as a congruent triangle. Or SAS means two sides, one angle. Two sides and the included angle are equal, so that is also it is a congruent triangle. And AAS, that means again two angles and the opposite sides are equal, then we are calling it as AAS. And finally it is RHS, that is one of the angle is 90 degree, the hypotenuse and the other side are equal, then we are calling it as RHS. So by using all these congruences, we are concluded that the given triangles are congruent. So now, as in previous class, in 9th standard, you have learnt about the congruent triangles. Now in this module or in class 10th, you are going to study about similar triangles in detail. So before going to the similar triangles, let me understand what are similar figures. Similar figures have same shape but are not necessarily same size here. So that means if we compare to the real life examples, you can observe here. If you consider, you observe these butterflies, so it seems like a same, right? They are very similar, they are same shape and same structure or same color here, but they are not in the same size. These figures like this, if you consider it as two figures here, these two are looking like a same shape and the same color, what we can compare to the real life example. These two are same but not same size, but we call it as similar. So these butterflies are similar, and if you compare these two here figures, these two are similar. So but when we come to a geometry or mathematics, if we compare the similar figures to that, so what we can conclude here, we will consider it as a similar polygons. Polygons means you can consider any triangle or a closed figures, what we consider triangle or quadrilateral, anything, any quadrilateral like rectangle, square or rhombus or anything. So here what is the main criteria to be a similar polygons means we have one condition, it is corresponding angles are equal. Here if we consider the angles of that polygon, or either if we consider a triangle, it will have 3 angles, or if we consider a quadrilateral, it will have 4 angles. So this here, if we consider two figures like two quadrilaterals or two polygons, here their corresponding angles are equal. This is the first condition to be it as a similar. Second one, corresponding sides are in the same ratio. Corresponding sides are in the same ratio. These two are the main condition to be a similar polygons. So what is the first one? Corresponding angles are equal. Number 2, corresponding sides are in the same ratio. Let me understand better. Here you observe here these two figures. If we consider these two figures, one is a quadrilateral ABCD, or you can consider it as a trapezium, and another one LMOP and ABCD. These two are two figures which are very similar, right? So but here if we consider the angle, what they are saying, their corresponding angles must be equal or equal. So for example, here if I consider angle A must be equal to angle L, or angle B, if I consider angle B must be equal to angle M, or angle C must be equal to angle O, angle D must be equal to angle O, P. So if these corresponding angles are equal, then we are going to call it as similar. Then the second condition is corresponding sides are in the same ratio. For example, if this side, for example, let me take some example here. So if I consider example, if let us consider this side is 2 centimeter and this is 4. Okay, then this is, if I consider this as 3, this is 6, and if this is 3 and this is also 6, so if I consider this is 5, this side is 10. So now let me take their corresponding sides. Corresponding sides means if I consider AC by, what is this corresponding side, this side, LO. If I consider that is 3 by 6, what I got? 1 by 2. So yes, I got 1 by 2, that is which is equal. So again if the same thing, if I consider 2 by 4, again 1 by 2. 5 by 10, 1 by 2. Again this side 3 by 6, 1 by 2. That means here if I consider the corresponding sides, ratio means as you know that we are taking the fraction form. So here if we divide their sides, it will have the constant in all the measurements. So their corresponding sides are in the same ratio. If these two conditions satisfy, then we say that the given two polygons or given two quadrilaterals or any 4 quadrilateral like rectangle, square, they are similar. So now if you go to the next example, you can observe here, if I consider one more. So here you can observe these two are rectangle. These two are rectangle. Observe ABCD is one rectangle, EFGH is another rectangle. You can observe here, this is 5, here 2.5. What you will get? 1 by 2. Again 5 and 10, if you divide 1 by 2, or if you divide 10 by 5, you will get 2, or 5 by 2.5, you will get 2. Again 10 by 5, 2. Again here 5 by 2.5, 2. So 2, 2, 2, 2, same. So corresponding sides are in the same ratio. Again if you consider this square, so again see 4 by 2, 2. Here all sides are 4, all sides are 2. So if you divide all, if you take the ratio of their corresponding sides, they are same. So these type of polygons, we are calling them as similar. So now in this session we are particularly talking about the triangles. So what is the condition for triangles, similar triangles? Let me know. So if I consider similar triangles, particularly the similar triangles, here it should satisfy again two conditions. One is corresponding angles are equal here. The same thing what we give the condition for the polygons, the same thing we are applying here. Corresponding angles are equal. So that means here if I consider here angle X is equal to angle X here, it is just turned here, and angle Z is equal to angle Z, Y, Y. So if you compare the angles of these two figures, the first condition is corresponding angles are equal. What is the second one? The corresponding sides are in the same ratio. Corresponding sides are in the same ratio. That means if we consider A by P, you have to consider, look here, AZ, don't consider this side. So here the figure is like this. So if you X, Y and Z here this side, so Y and Z you have to consider. So A by P. Again, next B, XZ. So XZ, B by Q, this and this, B by Q. The final it is C by R. So if we consider their corresponding sides in the form of ratio, all the ratios are same. So if they are same and the corresponding angles are equal, then we are going to call it as similar triangles. So what we are calling them as similar triangles. So what is the main condition? Corresponding angles are equal, corresponding sides are in the same ratio. So now if we come to the one more example here, observe these two examples. So let you understand better. So here if I consider two triangles, one is ABC, DEF, two triangles ABC and DEF. Observe what is here, what is our first condition? Corresponding angles are equal. Corresponding angles are equal. So if we observe here, first angle A, 65 angle D. So here angle A is equal to angle D, right? Yes. Again, angle B, it is 75, angle E is 75. So angle B equals angle E, correct? Again, C here, if I consider C, angle C equals angle F. So our first condition is equal here. That means corresponding angles are equal. Now let me check the sides now, corresponding sides. So if you check the corresponding sides, what you will get? AB by DE. AB by DE, you will get 10 by 5, you will get 2, right? So again in the same case, BC. So BC by EF. So that is 16 by 8. So again you got 2. Then AC by DF. So AC by DF. So 12 by 6. Again you got 2. That means here the corresponding sides are in the same ratio. Then these two triangles are similar. So what are the two conditions to be similar? Number one, corresponding angles are equal. Then the corresponding sides are in the same ratio. So clear? For more conceptual learning, subscribe my channel. Keep watching. Thank you.